Hello, everyone. LJ Young, the founder of Sixth Sense, and you are looking at a narcissist survivor. You are looking at a man born from narcissistic abuse, from being in a relationship for 6 years with a malignant, covert narcissist. The worst of them all, 2 personalities, physically abusive, verbally abusive, serial cheater, pathological liar, the worst of them all. Until I finally decided to save my life and go no contact and left her. Now, unlike many other channels that talk about narcissistic abuse, I embrace my experience. I embrace it. It's a superpower. I now have the ability to see narcissists and they can't see me because they don't have the ability of self-reflection, so they'll never know that they're narcissists. And the only way for me to get this superpower, to have received this superpower, I had to actually go through the process. Not only go through a process that I've never seen before or heard of in my life, I had to make it out of the process. And the only way I did that was ask God, as you guys know with the earlier videos. I had to ask God to get me out. And then I get to the other side, what this channel is all about, to the other side with this superpower, survivors. I realized she was on my path on purpose. God placed her there because he knew I was strong enough to get out. This is what happens when you get to the other side, when you get through the trauma bonded pain and you get to the other side. I'll be here waiting for you. Say, hey, welcome. Not many get here, so I'm definitely going to welcome you here. Now, instead of talk about all the negative things that happen in the relationship, I'm going to talk about all the positive things that that happened to me and for me during this relationship. Now, just before I met her, I was in a place. Now, I have another channel called SMD, Savings Minus Debt. Go to that channel if you want to understand what I'm talking about from this point on, right? I was in a place that I had no stress, no debt, no problems. And I was just ready to share that with somebody. Now, I was talking to God. I was like, God, I want a relationship like X, Y, Z. I want, faithfulness, no lying and cheating and all that good stuff, right? You know what God said to me? He said, if you want that, you must first be that. And also, since I lived in Washington State, I was tired of all the rain and just the cold weather. And I said, God, I want to live in a nice place, nice warm place. And guess what? Even though it was with the narcissist, guess what? I lived in one of the nicest places in the United States of America, South Carolina. Always sunny, warm weather, plenty of beaches, everything. Sometimes you can go to the beach in December. It was lovely. It was beautiful. Now, South Carolina and Washington State are like this across the country. But even God set that up. Because here, I'll tell you, spoiler alert, because you guys already know I left her with no contact, right? Spoiler alert. The majority of people that get away from narcissists, what is the first thing they usually do? Move far away. So God already knew once I left this narcissist back home to Washington State, to where she can't touch me, she can't contact me, she can't come by my house. He already had all of that planned. That was all part of the plan. Here I am thinking I'm getting away from Washington. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm never going back to Washington. I'm afraid I'm getting away from all that rain, typing on social media, you guys have the bad weather. And next thing you know, what the real plan was to go back. But I didn't know that part yet because I was in the trauma bonded relationship, just talking crap, didn't know what was coming. Here's another thing that was most definitely part of God's plan, most definitely. Well, I was with her for 6 years. He's 10 now, but when I met her, she has a son. He's 4. He was 4 at the time when I met her, right? Now, I am 47 at this particular time, right? And so I'm thinking, I'm done, kids. My kids are grown and this and that. I'm like, start all over. But when I met him, there was an instant connection. I was like, he's like me. Okay. Even as far as all the way down to being able to detect energy from other people really well, just really, really well. And now I'm going to be going back and forth. Now I understand he has a narcissistic mother. which is very detrimental for a child. So God placed me there to help him understand that life is not like what he's about to experience for many, many years to come. He's about to experience something. So I come in here during these crucial years, and we did a lot of talking. We had a lot of energy connection. There's a few things I had to make sure during this process, like when she would go wild, like she had no problem going crazy in front of her child, right? But I knew I could not do that. I knew that I could not respond like that. If she went wild and went crazy and hitting, I just left. I made sure I put it in his memory bank, that Linnell wasn't like that. But anyway, while I was there, I used to meditate a lot in the morning. And his mom would always sleep in the morning from staying up all night doing who knows what. But he would wake up at the same time as I would, about 7 a.m. And he would come down. He'd say, hey, Linnell. He would call me Bunnell. My name's Linnell, but he would call me Bunnell. He'd say, hey, Bunnell, what you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just meditating. He's like, what's that? Oh, I just sit here and kind of think about, look at the grass and the trees. We had a beautiful backyard. And he said, can I hang out with you and do that? I said, of course you can. Yeah. And then I made sure this was a safe place. He could talk about anything. And we did that on a normal basis. And she has no idea she can never break that connection. So I know for a fact, God put me here, not only for him, for me too. He helped me, because my child raising wasn't that great. And I'm not even saying because it was the mother's fault. It was me too. I just didn't know a lot back then, right? But now it kind of gave me a chance to redeem myself a little bit. And not only just with a regular kid, a empath type of kid. So that was great. I know I was there. He will never forget me. There's nothing she can do about it. And I bet you anything later in life he's going to contact me when he's old enough to do that without getting in trouble with his mother. Another thing, which I think is a positive, good thing, when I came into the narcissist's life, she had a life-threatening thing going on in her body that she needed to take care of, that she was just ignoring for many, many years until I came in her life. I'm like, okay, we got to take care of that, because you got to remember, God told me if I want what I'm looking for, I have to be that. So when I was with her, I'm all that. But she doesn't know that because she's a narcissist. I'm all everything. So what we did was we came up with a plan and got that taken care of. We did. We went through all the procedures, all the hoops we needed to do, and we got it taken care of. That's the same situation where when she was getting this life-threatening surgery, I looked on her phone. She had been fooling around with another guy during the whole process. That's crazy. Here I'm by her bedside, doctor's appointments, helping her, and she's messing around. Narcissists don't care. But this is a positive thing. I was able to come into her life and help her get rid of this life-threatening thing that was going on in her body. Now she'll never forget that. She will never, ever forget that. Neither will I. That's a positive thing for me. I realize narcissists have a lot of problems, right? But anyway, another thing with her, when I met her, she had some really, really bad teeth, really bad teeth, and to the point to where I knew they were going to have to be pulled. But guess what? That even wasn't her fault. That was her mom's fault, because her mom and her dad didn't show her how to brush her teeth or something. So she didn't do it as an adult, obviously, right? So she had to get them all pulled, all of them, except the bottom row. The bottom row stayed, but the rest of them all pulled. But another wonderful thing about us together, we created a business together, okay? I was going to say that next, but we created a business together. So getting her some new teeth wasn't a problem at all. We were just going to do it. But in order to achieve that, we had to do it together. We had to run the business together. I couldn't do it without her. She couldn't do it without me. So we had to do it together. That didn't even stop her from doing stuff and see, that's the thing that kind of, when you're in a trauma bonded relationship, I used to think that to myself. I used to think, if I leave you, you're not going to be able to get your teeth fixed. At least not with me. Probably one day, but I'm just saying right now, with the kind of way we were doing business, it's going to take you a minute to ramp back up to figure out how you're going to do it when I'm gone, right? But that didn't even stop her. It didn't stop anything. Do you know she still messed around on me with no teeth? We created a successful business together. We didn't work out, split apart. I just went on myself and took the knowledge that I got from this business and created my own business with it. Just that simple. But had I not been with her, I wouldn't have thought of this business in a million years. So that's a plus. That's a positive. Something that I didn't know before her, I know after her. And as you all know, the best thing that came from it all is this channel. My purpose. This is my purpose. This is. No doubt it's not. I can tell it's my purpose because I can tell by the stories. I can tell by the comments you guys leave. I can tell all the people that survive narcissistic abuse. It's a language. It's a way you tell a story. It's the way you say things. It cannot be faked. I want all of even the people that survived and got through it. You guys may have not even known that it's a superpower. Especially if you haven't gotten over the anger. This is the part that you got to really understand. You got to release all the energy, all the anger. Oh, she did this to me. He did that to me. That's got to be let go. Fears right here. False evidence appearing real psychologically. This got to be removed. I have no fears where I'm at. I'm not even angry at her. I'm just happy I'm not with her. I don't care who she's with. As long as it's not with me. Here, we don't worry about, hey, what the narcissist is doing. How do we get back at them? What are they thinking? And all this stuff. Who cares? Listen, all of that is energy. I want you guys to understand that. All of that is energy. If you're wondering what they're doing and all this, that's energy that you're wasting that you could be having for yourself to project yourself further, higher, more goals, whatever you're trying to do. Everything is energy. Everything. If you go here, and if you want an example of what energy is and you want to feel it in your body, like most of you guys do, you guys go to their social media and go look and see what they're doing. You know that feeling that you get inside of your body as soon as you look at a picture that they put there purposely to make you feel the way you feel? You just transferred the energy. That's why they put the picture there, because they know you're going to go there and look, and then the picture, that the image that they wanted you to see and feel, it's going to transfer. That's energy. Had you not went there, that energy wouldn't have been transferred because you never would have known about the picture. The ex-narcissist I was with, I guarantee you, she knows I don't look at anything of hers. I have no desire to look. I don't have any desire to look at anything she's doing. Nothing. As long as she's not with me. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm free. Thank you for the superpower. Thank you for all the positive things that have happened in my life since, and they keep coming. I embrace my experience. And those of you that are going through this pain right now, maybe you just left, maybe you're still in it. Push through. It starts here. You don't get to leave immediately. Everybody's in a different situation physically, but everybody's in the same situation mentally. You start right here. Make up your mind if you're going to leave or you're going to stay. What are you going to do? Once you make up in your mind, I promise you this. Once you make up in your mind that you're going to leave this narcissist person and you mean it, you ask God for help. He's going to know that you're serious. Once God knows that you're serious and you're not just, oh man, they can get you back with a purse or buy you something. It's not going to work like that. Once God knows you want to save your life, He's going to help you. I thought I was in an impossible situation. Across the United States, no family, no help, all my money tied up in the business with her, and she knew everything. I'm like, how am I going to get away? Ask God, and then He made a way. Picked me up, brought me back to Washington State, just like that. Boom. Just like that. Almost like the 6 years didn't even happen. That's how beautiful it is on this side, people. That's how beautiful it is on this side. There are no limits. I can do anything, and I'm going to show you guys with this channel. This channel is going to be an example of what you will be able to do Once you get through the trauma bond, all the fake pain, and then, well, not the fake pain, but all the pain, once you get to the side, you're going to laugh about it. That's why I'm saying fake pain. You're going to laugh about, how do I let myself get like, how do I let them do that to me and do this and that and all this? You're going to laugh about it. Once you laugh about it, you know you're over it. You're going to look at your ex like, they're not even my type. She's not even my type. When I look at it, when I think about it, look at her now, she's not even my type. What happened? I thought I supposed to do it, but I had to be aware of who I was going to give all this love to. That was my problem, because I did not know narcissists existed, but now I do.